Alright, today I'm going to be ranking enemies from the Crash Bandicoot trilogy. We've got most of the enemies here. Most of them. I've not included duplicates, so like there's lizards in Crash 1, for example. They're also in Crash 2, so I've just not included those. It's most of them. It's most of the significant enemies that you'll face, but there's probably a couple missing. And ignore the fact that some of them are from the OG Crash 1, some of them are from Insane Trilogy. I went through and got all these screenshots from my own footage, and that's just what I had. But I'm not ranking these enemies alone. I'm also here with Tooney.
Hey, it's me, Tooney SA.
A lot of you guys probably already know Tooney because while I was doing my Platinum Relic series or my Developer Relic series, he was doing a similar series, but instead of beating the developers, he was beating me instead. So I'll leave the link down below and you can go and check out his channel. We're going to be ranking them based on how annoying they are to encounter. So we've got absolutely infuriating, mildly infuriating, B tier, just kind of there, and threat level 0. Basically, non-existent threat right there. I've probably still died to all of these, but usually you're going to get past them without an issue. Alright, starting off, we've got the surveillance cameras. You encounter these mainly in Generator Room. I think they're in a load of other levels too. What is it? Castle Machinery?
Yeah.
They're never really an issue. You know, you just spin after you jump and you kind of get through them.
Yeah, I'll tell you when they hit me, it's usually on the tail end. Like, if there's 2 in a row, I'll jump over and spin the first one, but get hit by the second one. So what you thinking? See if I agree.
Honestly, I'm thinking like beta. Yeah, beta, because I think you get hit by them enough to the point where they're more than just kind of there. Next up, we have fish.
Oh, is that what there is?
Yeah, the fish from like upstream and up creek and stuff like that. I'm actually curious, what do you think this would be?
For me, fish, I'm going to say they are threat level 0, personally. I don't believe they're an enemy I've ever been caught out on in relics, but also in general gameplay. They're just not something that hit me.
I was thinking just kind of there. I've definitely died more than I'd like to admit to these, because I just forget they're there. You know? I just forget that they're going to pop out of the water.
For me, it's usually because in upstream and up the creek, when you encounter them, you're already waiting for a platform anyway. So like they're just kind of floating in front, if that makes sense.
I won't put threat level 0 because again, I've died like a handful of times to these. So I think I'd be lying to myself if I did that. I'll put it like just kind of there. All right, next up, we've got Crab. One of the pretty much the first enemy that you will ever encounter in the series.
Fucking hell, absolutely infuriating.
Absolutely infuriating on this little guy right here. So I know before recording you told me you died to this guy before. I would put it in threat level 0.
I've died to that guy, but it was all me, if that makes sense. I've spanned too soon, just walked right into them, got pincered.
Yeah, do you agree on threat level 0 though then?
Absolutely, 100%. I think that can't be contested by anyone.
Next up, we're going from probably the most non-existent threat to the lab assistant that shocks you on the lab.
I'm gonna say, if you are going fast in a relic, you know how to just jump around them, so they're literally not a threat at all. But I think they do catch me every now and again. So I'd be inclined to put them at B tier, personally. What are you up for?
Yeah, I'm thinking B tier or mildly infuriating because I died to this guy quite a few times in OG Crash 1. Just playing the level normally.
Right. I think mildly infuriating just because of their appearance in Crash 2.
Yeah. Alright, next up we've got the monkey from... I think he's in like Native Fortress, upstream, up creek, stuff like that, where he rolls back and forth. It's his rolling that catches you off guard. When he rolls, it doesn't instantly kill you. He just bounces you off the platform, which I guess is instantly killing you.
I think I would put it in B tier because it's rare I die to monkeys. But like when they do, it's not like they're just kind of there. It can happen.
And sometimes they would come to a stop when they reach the end of a platform, stop rolling. But sometimes they'll continue rolling back at you, and that can honestly catch you off guard. So yeah, I think B2. Next up, we've got the Pinstripe Goon.
Is that the actual name of this guy?
I don't know. Goons have always, to me, been like henchmen. You know what? Okay, we'll just call it henchmen.
Right. No, that's a great name, Goon. It's toxic waste, kind of like the lab assistant. You can just jump around his barrels. The only ones that will catch you out from time to time are the bouncy stuff. But like, I would say 10-year-old me would put him in absolutely infuriating for the bouncy barrels. But I'm more inclined to put him down a tier 2, mildly infuriating.
Yeah, if we're talking OG Crash 1, they don't even see that you don't have marks on the floor, so you actually don't know.
True.
It can just catch you off guard if you don't know where to stand, so mildly infuriating. Especially because when you die to this guy, it's a straight line of a level. I think it gets on your nerves more dying in a straight line, something that should be so simple. So yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, it's also that like you only encounter the bouncing barrels like towards the end of the level, so you've got through all of the, you know, tedium of just jumping over simple stuff to then be messed up at the end.
Yeah, that's true. Next up, we've got the potion throwing lab assistant from like Slippery Climb and stuff like that. I think honestly, this guy's not ever a problem for me.
Okay, so this is probably my first big contention from a skill issue. This guy, the very last enemy on Slippery Climb, going for the red gem, I've died to him quite a few times and just been absolutely infuriated. The hitbox on the potion, I think it's more in the original than the insane version. The hitbox seems to be a little bit larger, but that might just be a me thing. If you've never died to him and you're saying just kind of there, and I'm saying absolutely infuriating just because.
Wait, you would put him in top tier?
I would, just because of the red gem. Slippery Climb is in the original and in insane. It's a difficult level, and it cost me a run. So if you're saying just kind of there, and I'm saying absolutely infuriating, I think B is a fair place.
Like cancels out, yeah, because I died in Slippery Climb a few times, but it wasn't at this guy. It was at like the it was just fucking up jumps, to be fair, but I can't rank platforms. Maybe you could do a platform ranking series.
True, we'd have to add the bloody birds that go left and right on Stormy Ascent.
I was gonna put them, but like they're not enemies, right? They actually help.
Right, yeah.
You know?
They're a platform, I guess.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Classic. We've got the Plant. This bastard killed me multiple times in my OG Crash 1 series. I don't know how. I just misunderstood how close I was to it. I spun. It obviously didn't kill him, and then he just ate me and gobbled me up. So I feel like what you're gonna say is this is like a 0 level threat. I would honestly put this a little higher.
All right, so this guy, I found the best way to take him on is to just jump spin. If I just run at him and spin, I do die sometimes, but like now that I know to jump spin him as much as possible, I never die to him really. But there was that funny clip I posted in my Rolling Stones where I got eaten by him like 3 times in a row. I'm gonna say B because when I have died to these guys, it's not like me shouting at the TV.
Yeah, any of the times I died to him as well, it was just my fault. I guess maybe it's I spin early because I know he's gonna leap out and grab me, but it's just too early. So yeah, I think B tier is a good place for that.
Right. Meanwhile, Abdul, the Arabic guys watching this, being like, "These are all threat level 0."
There are gonna be people who disagree on a lot of these picks. Next up, we've got the Red Lizard from Sunset Vista, the Lost City, and these differ from the green ones because I always forget how. So it's really weird because I think in Insane Trilogy, when they jump at you, these ones jump, and when they jump at you, you can spin them when they're in the air. But I did this in Crash 1 Original, and I got bounced by trying to do that. So I still don't know how they actually work.
I think absolutely infuriating just because of what you've said. They're inconsistent.
Yeah, I think they work differently between the two games. I could be making that up, but
they feel like they do, even if they don't. Someone could be like, "Oh, I've been through it with a hitbox checker," and it's not the case. But like lived experience.
Best way to deal with them if you're not in a hurry is just jump on them, which you'd think you can't because of the horn, but
the horn, yeah.
Just another reason to put in infuriating. Next up, we've got Skunk.
You grew up with the sort of later games, and I grew up with the originals. And when I was a kid, I had no idea what this was supposed to be. I thought the tail was the head. I'm going to say threat level 0.
Yeah, I completely agree. I don't even need to say anything about that. That is just, yeah, you never die to them. Next up, we've got the Cobra from like Jaws of Darkness, levels like that. I honestly, I would put these low as well because they just kind of... Actually, you know what? Okay, dying to them, threat level 0 because they're in one spot, whatever. But they are kind of infuriating because I don't know if you've ever had this experience. When you've done Jaws of Darkness and you need the Cortex token and you accidentally spin this guy, or maybe you just walk into him and he flies off, blows the TNT up, and then destroys the Cortex token. It pisses me off every time because, you know, you've got to do the whole level again.
I see what you're saying there, actually. I was going to say threat level 0, but your point there is actually spot on because it's not them that infuriates me in a relic. It's like the arrows that you have to wait for before them. So it's not really fair to lump it into the same thing. So I think, yeah, for the Cortex token thing alone, mildly infuriating is a fair assessment.
Next up, we have another enemy that is found in those levels, the Spider.
I think these guys are not that bad.
Yeah.
As a platform, they can be annoying. So I'm going to say just kind of there for this one.
As a hazard themselves, like when you're not using them as a platform, because most of the time you are, but when you're not, They're just in front of you. You just spin them.
Yeah.
All right, next up we've got the spiky robot from levels like Castle Machinery, probably elsewhere too. I think they're in like Crash 2, the night fight level. Like they put a lot of these
Yeah,
in.
they are. So Kid Me would say absolutely infuriating because they look like they should be able to be jumped on. But once you know that that's the case, like they're only annoying because you'll encounter them in patterns on certain levels. Like let's say generator room going left and right, or heavy machinery going up and down, and there'll be two of them. I would say they're probably mildly infuriating just for my experience with them on generator room.
And I think even on it's heavy machinery, trying to get under some of them, like when they're, especially when they're combined with like hot pipes, for example, and you've got little room to get past them.
Yeah, they can slow your run right down, meaning you have to get like this perfect cycle.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that's good. Next up, we have the Tribesmen. These are in Native Fortress, they're in Hog Wild, they're in loads of levels like that. They can ruin a run. They can absolutely bounce you off of a platform in those levels. And obviously in Hog Wild, you can just crash into them. They can be really hard to gauge whether you need to go left or right based on their pattern. Because they move really quickly, right? So you might see him on the left side, but by the time you get there, he's already gone to the right and then back to the left, and you'll crash into him. And that, my friends, is going to be a platinum. Hang on, we're not done. I thought we were done. Oh, fuck. Yeah, nice one. Nice one.
I think if they can be, even though the levels are less infuriating than Lost City and Sunset Vista, that's a level thing. As an enemy, I think they can kill runs. So I'm going to go with absolutely infuriating.
I can see that. I would agree with it in here or in the one below, I think. I think I've lost enough runs to justify that, to be fair.
You've also made some great moments. Just watching you should clip that in that moment from your first, it was either Great or Native Fortress where you just bounced off the same guy like 4 times and ultimately died.
Yeah, I'll have to find that clip again. That's funny. You know what? Just from watching that clip back again, yeah, top tier. Next up, we have enemies from the same level, the turtle. I'll just say right now, if we're talking about the insane versions, this shit is going at the very, very top. The amount of times I've landed in front of the damn thing, not even, well, close to it, but not touching it, and it still killed me, I would put it top tier, but what do you think?
Okay, so it's weird. I had never even thought about this enemy before until I'd watched your run of the level. And I saw like it kill you a couple of times when you're clearly not touching it. So it like developed like an instinctual phobia where I'd like hesitate whenever I came across one, which I never did before. But I think also you have to bear in mind that this enemy is included in High Road and
I was about to say that.
Road to
Nowhere, yeah.
And they are horrible to deal with. You just want to jump on the rope because you have no idea. So yeah, I agree. Absolutely infuriating.
Yeah, these little turtles, they're going in top tier. The High Road especially, though, like, the amount of these things you have to jump off of, flip them at the perfect time as well. Like, you know, if they're a little too far behind, you won't make the jump. Sometimes you'll bounce, inch a bit closer to get a bit closer on the turtle when you land, but you'll miss the turtle and just die. So yeah, I think...
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's going top tier.
It's hilarious. It's great, right? None of the Island 3 enemies have made it to the top tier yet.
Next up, we've got the fly trap thing. This is the one that is on a timer. The green one is the one that is in a cycle, like every 3 seconds or something. But I've only included one.
I think that's fair. I think even if you did include the other one, it'd be threat level 0 anyway, because you're not dying to that. For this one, I found, like, in the relics, it was kind of fun using it as a damage boost to get to the next platform. It's a very creative way to save time. And I was never infuriated when I messed that up, personally. But they can end runs. So B, I'd say.
Yeah, maybe they're a bit more than just sort of there in the background. I think B tier. Right. Next up, we have the hog from the bridge levels. These guys will be running back and forth while you're trying to jump the planks. Now, I don't know what you think about them, but I would honestly put these I've been hit by them a good few times, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I've never been hit by them, but if you just jump, if you put yourself in a good place and you wait for it to come at you, you can just jump over it.
Yeah, I think the hogs are just kind of there. If I do get hit by them, it's usually I jump over them and land in a pit. And that's usually down to me just misjudging the distance of a jump rather than they've put me off.
When you just position yourself well so that you can jump over them and land on something, I think they're quite fine to deal with. You also get Aku masks in these levels a lot, so Even if you do get
to
hit,
deal with
you
them.
can
Yeah.
recover it. What is this though? Oh,
It's a
this is
bee.
the bee from Crash 2.
Right. There's
Okay.
two versions of this as well.
Is there?
There's the digging it. You just face one bee. Behaving. There's multiple bees.
I don't know what you think. I'm putting them in top tier. In relics, they're actually not a threat because you're gonna outspeed them every time. But in actual normal gameplay where you have to backtrack toward them as they're coming at you at high speeds, it makes the level one of the least fun in the game, in my opinion.
I would say mildly infuriating if I was going, and like I forgot about the digging it backtrack actually. But you're even in the digging it backtrack, you're only encountering one bee at a time, and you can literally just spin it away.
Yeah, you can spin it. It's just sometimes because of the camera being so close to you and it being so quick, it's just hard to gauge when it's going to pop out. And by the time you know it, sometimes it can sting you.
I mean, the most infuriating thing I have with bees is more like there's an electric fence that rises just as you're about to go past it, and then the bees are coming, and on behaving, one spin is still going to get you killed. So I say mildly infuriating, but I can understand absolutely infuriating too.
Yeah, I'll put it there then. Next up, we have the bird from like the beginning levels of Crash 2. The ones where they kind of swoop down and you have to jump over them.
All right, you'll probably disagree with this, but I have a hard time on the pits when I was doing relics in particular. Like when you go through the game normally, not a problem. They'd be like threat level 0. When I was doing relics, there was the point where there's 2 in a row. I would get hit by the second one so much that it made me feel mildly infuriated.
Yeah, I can see that. Mildly infuriating. Just a little annoying, you know. Next up, we've got the lab assistants that hold up the ice blocks and bring them down on the polar bear levels in Crash 2.
I forgot about these guys.
Yeah, I didn't know whether to consider them just hazards, but they are enemies holding them, so I would put them kind of high, actually. Because some of them are fake outs. Some of them, you kind of get used to them going up and down, right? And getting used to like, okay, it's going to go up. I can go underneath this one by the time I get there. Some of them are fake outs, so you're like, okay, that's going to go up. It just doesn't go up and you trip over and die.
They're also affected a little bit. I believe that they have a proximity trigger, but I could be wrong. So they start their cycle when you get to a certain distance. But if you are using speed up on polar more often, then their cycle is going to be a little bit different than if you aren't.
I was going to say, I've encountered it before where like I've tried jumping early, but then they lift it up and I, you know, get hit. And then I've been like, okay, well, I'll go underneath it then. But I still get hit because they've not started going up yet, or just barely.
So my bias of the levels would put them on mildly infuriating, but that's me considering the levels they're in. If I was talking about like, can I predict what they're going to do, I would put them at absolutely infuriating, because they sometimes you're like, what the hell? This was another way the last time I was here.
We'll put it here because yeah, the instances where you die doing both and the timing's weird, I think more often than not, it just works fine, and you just have to see what they're doing. So yeah, we'll put it there. Next up, we have the flamethrower from, I forgot the level names, the sewer levels of Crash 2. I don't like these guys, but one thing I did find, I forgot which level it was, but sometimes it's the little robots spinning around in front of them. They can actually kill him for you. They're just so obnoxious. They flamethrow for so long. Going around them sometimes gets you through, but sometimes it doesn't. I think they're kind of annoying, just for that alone.
Yeah, I think just being used to the relics, you hate waiting too long for anything.
Yeah.
And so...
And another thing is, like, they're at the beginning of the level, and if you're failing the level, restarting, stuff like that, on relics especially, if you're trying to get time trials done, having to wait for this guy or take a chance of getting through is quite annoying, I think, here. Next up, we've got the gorilla from Road to Ruin and Ruination.
Yeah, so they have killed me, but they're not a regular killer. Like, they're way less annoying than the barrel throwers, which is weird. So I would say they're just kind of there, personally.
It's because also you can spin the logs as well. So
you can?
Wait, you just found that out now?
No. I didn't know. It's like Koala Kong. I didn't know you could spin the boulders mid-throw.
It does make it a bit easier to deal with. If you couldn't deal with it like that, then yeah, they'd probably be a bit higher. But I've definitely died to them, though. Not saying I've not died to them. They've been annoying in the past, but that's just a skill issue on my end, I think. All right, next up, we got the robots in Crash 2, like, spaced out, piston it away. They are... You can't spin them because they're hot, but you can't land on them because they have electricity on top, so you got to slide them specifically. Sometimes they're placed, like, at the end of a jump, like where you're about to land, and you're like, shit, I'm gonna land on that. And sometimes
Yeah.
the hitbox is kind of big as well. And again, you can only deal with them by sliding. You can't.
Right.
Normally, other enemies, you can kill them in other ways, but you gotta be really specific here.
I would say they're B tier for me. Like they're kind of annoying, but they're not like they don't get me as often as the enemies that are in the mildly infuriating category at the moment.
Next up, we have the Hunter Lab Assistant from like Hidden Pathways and stuff like that in Crash 2. He's always firing bullets at you from the opposite end of the map, and they're just kind of always there. You're dealing with other enemies at the time, but they're always coming at you as well.
Yeah, he's like the hunter from Tarzan. I always pictured him as that as a kid. Clayton, I think his name was. He himself is not like infuriating, but there's a lot of obstacles that are like those armored armadillos. So I think he is mildly infuriating just because of what he's paired with, and that's the only time you encounter him.
Yeah, and it's kind of persistent. Again, he's like firing from so far away, and it's just a constant thing that you need to jump over. So far, I only got 3 and absolutely infuriating. Who's gonna match up? Actually, I know what will.
Yeah, the goat.
Yeah, the goat from Crash Warped Toad Village. Next up, we've got the penguin. It's weird, this one, because I've definitely been killed by them. Sometimes it's like they're sliding at you down ice, but other times they're just spinning, and they spin at the wrong time when you jump.
Yeah, I think B's fair for them.
I think sometimes you'll see them wait a second, like, okay, he's not doing anything, I'll go, and then that's when he does it. So yeah, I think so. Next up, we've got the seal from the same levels.
Okay, this is my pick. So I'm going to say threat level 0.
Yeah, I think we need to fill that tier up more, and I think that is a good choice for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, next up, we've got the robotic electric squids from Spaced Out, Piston Away.
I wish this was my pick, but you go first.
So I'm putting this at the top, but what do you think?
Yeah, just yes.
No explanation, just at the fucking top immediately.
Not just at the fucking top. Drag that all the way to the left-hand side. He is top tier, the worst enemy so far. Yeah,
let's signify by putting him at the first position there. We weren't doing it based on that, but we will just for this specific enemy. He's at the beginning. Just fuck this guy specifically.
On both versions, he's awful. I tell you what we didn't consider with it as well is the infuriation of the length of the death animation. Being electrocuted for like 10 seconds.
Forever. And in Insane, you can't restart till most of it is played out. Next up, we have the whale from the polar bear levels in Crash 2. They kind of alternate, jump out the water.
Killer whales, yeah. Just kind of there for me.
Yeah. I don't think they really kill you very often.
Should we say threat level 0 then?
Yeah, I think we can do, because the big boost and jump you get to clear gaps is often big enough to go way over these guys. So I'll put them there. Yeah, I think they go at the bottom. Next up, we've got the boat guy from Crash Warped jet ski levels. I'd also put this in threat level 0, but what do you think?
Absolutely. Not even a discussion. The one time like I've been killed by them that comes to memory, they came from behind.
And another thing is, if you go up a ramp and then land on them, you can destroy them that way. Some people didn't know that, but if you could land on them and then get killed from it, they'd probably go up a little bit. Next up, we've got, what is that?
Flying carpet guy, I think.
Oh yeah, from Crash Warped, yeah.
I would say these guys have a threat level of 0 for me.
Yeah, because they don't move at you. They just are there as a wall, and they don't fire anything. They're just there. Which would make more accuracy putting them here, but they're just there to the point of having no threat level.
They've just reminded me of that other enemy with like the scarab shield that you see in Tomb Raider and whatnot. Not sure if they're in the tier list.
No, I thought they were genuinely not a threat at all to even put them in the list.
-1. That it's not that they kill you, it's that like the water rises on Tomb Raider
because they bounce
sometimes.
you back. Yeah. Next up, we've got the lab assistant wielding a claymore type sword.
Bastard sword. Okay, you're up for this one.
I'd put it in threat level 0. We're filling this up quite a bit now, but I think Crash Warped has a lot of I think Crash Warped has a lot of enemies that just don't do anything. This guy, like, you just wait for him to finish his cycle, and even then you can go and just go around him.
Yeah, you could just you could do a slide jump over his claymore most of the time. I think Warped has so many extra abilities for Crash that it makes a lot of enemies less of a threat.
And we kind of have to, like, omit the bazooka from this, because you can use that in a lot of instances.
Yeah, let's pretend we don't have that.
Yeah, but we probably don't, to be fair, in Toad Village. Next up is the crocodile, the alligator. I don't know the difference.
Spelling. I'm going to say threat level 0 for this one.
Yeah, I put it in Yeah, I've died
Yeah.
like once or twice to this guy. Next up, we got the dragons from like Midnight Run, Orient Express.
Forgot about these guys.
Yeah, there's two variants. There's one lower that you have to jump over. There's one that you have to go underneath.
And there's one that kind of goes like in a weird snaking pattern.
Yeah, I would put these in just kind of there.
I would say B just because of Midnight Run. In the first level, they are just kind of there in Midnight Run. They can catch you out.
After that, we have the eel thing that sticks out from the holes in the underwater levels of Crash Warped.
Zero threat. I'm struggling to remember a time if I've died to these guys. I will have in the past, but like in recent memory, I don't think I've died to these guys. But if you have, then I'm happy to bring just kind of there.
I think so, because if you look at the fish, for example, it's like it's another kind of thing that most of the time you're going to see it, but on those occasions where you try spin them or something and it just kills you, I think it matches the other enemies in it, right? Next up, we have the frog from Toad Village, levels like that.
Excuse me, it's a prince just waiting to be released. Threat level 0. They have called me out a couple of times, but like it's hilarious. Like I'm never angry in the slightest bit when it happens.
Yeah, they also have a funny animation of killing you. So, all right, next up we got the drivers from the motorbike levels.
I think the fair thing to do for these guys is assume that we're going for the crystal and the gem instead of the relic.
Yeah, because you can just wait for them to go.
Yeah, they'd be threat level 0 in that case. So I think they are, if you're going for crystal and gem, they are mildly infuriating personally.
Because getting bashed by them is really annoying. It'll slow you right down. It'll bash you off to the side. And it feels infuriating when you get hit by them, you know? Yeah, I think that's good right there. Then we have the plane drivers that are attacking you in levels like Bye Bye Blimps. I would put them as just background enemies, you know? Like, I don't think my health has ever been depleted by these fellas right here. You can barrel roll as well, which will just completely eliminate their threat entirely, which would put them at threat level 0.
Yeah, I think they're more of a threat in Wrath of Cortex, but we're not doing that game. I'd say just kind of there. They have killed me a couple of times, and they're just annoying a little bit, just to, I've got to get out of the way of this guy.
Yeah, that's fair. Next up, we've got the lab assistant wielding like a scimitar kind of thing.
I can't picture this enemy. Is this the guy with the sword? Oh, scimitars, right? The guy that throws the swords. They have.
Well, no, this isn't the one throwing it, but they are the same enemy. Yeah, this is the one that's like kind of walks back and forth, and when he's walking toward you, he's like relentlessly swinging. We'll rank it as the same guy.
I would say that they are B.
They can catch you off guard when they're throwing them. Sometimes they'll come from off screen and you're like, oh yeah, that's there. Because you can't actually see the enemy. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's good. Next up, we've got the Scorpion from the monkey bar railing sections. I'd put them in just kind of there. I've hit them before, but like, you know, when I've misjudged how close they are to getting me, misjudged my spin. But
yeah, I agree with that.
Now, I don't know about this one for you. You might not even know what this one is. The seagull from the jet ski levels. But a lot of people didn't know this can even kill you. People thought this was just sort of like a background enemy. And I don't know your experience, but for me in the Relic, sometimes he would actually eat me.
Absolutely infuriating, just because the enemies that we've put up there at the top tier are like enemies where they can kill you and sometimes you don't know why. You're like, I've done everything right. This enemy, even though it's not like he kills you often, but when he does, you're like, why did I die this time and not in previous attempts?
Sometimes he flies away. It happened a lot in my Platinum.
Yeah, that's infuriating because you can't, like, I don't know about you, but I'd say at the start of the run, is the seagull going to be there? Is he not? That's going to affect
that's another thing. Some runs he's just not there at all. Like, he just
Yeah,
won't be on the crate. Other times he'll fly away. I think it's a line of sight thing, but even then, knowing that and trying to counter it, I still have the exact same result. So yeah, I'm gonna put that there. What on earth is that? Oh, it's the well, I don't know what it is, but it's the thing from the dino levels.
Oh, the thing that kind of like jumps out and spins you like a fake Crash Bandicoot fish?
That's what it looked like to me, yeah, the spinning things.
For me, I'd say they get in the way from time to time and have cost me runs, but it's not enough to make me angry, so I'd say B.
B? Okay.
I can't see clearly this next one.
This is the window throwers.
Ah, okay.
I would put this in 0.
Agree.
Yeah, because rushing it, yes, I will get hit by them, but you just wait, or you just bazooka them, you know? It's not really a big deal to counter them, and there's such a big amount of time in between. Next up, we've got the coffin guy, where you spin him, and then he comes out as like a mummy. I'd put it at the bottom.
Yeah, he's got 2... The sarcophagus does have 2 hit points, but he's not a threat on either of them, really. So
We've got the monkeys in the jars that throw things at you.
oh, these guys. They caused me a lot more issues on the original than the insane, especially when going for gems.
I can see
I
being
put them in
annoying.
mildly infuriating.
Yeah, I can see being annoying because there's a lot of them. Alright, you can't see on my face cam. This is going in mildly infuriating because we're filling this up quite a bit now. I think we'll move it down here now. The face cam. Okay, next up.
The double header.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been killed by it. And a lot of times you could just go around it.
I have, though. It's funny. But yeah, they're so easy to bypass. There's like one double header guy at the end that can catch you out, but the rest, it's not worth bringing it up from that one encounter.
Alright, we've got the pufferfish from the underwater levels. I wouldn't put it at the beginning. I'd put it probably here.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Got the mage wizard lab assistant.
So on Wrath, I would bump him up, but again, we're not doing Wrath. So I would say just kind of there for me. Don't really get caught out by him, but occasionally I do.
I think I can see it there or in threat level 0 because his projectiles are so slow and stuff. But he does do a lot of them, so yeah.
And they do circle around if you go past.
Next up, we got the shark.
This guy usually catches you out more because like you're going into him from off screen and you're trying to go quickly. In like normal runs, he's not a threat at all. But in relics, like when you're trying to go fast, you forget he's coming. I would say B personally, but I could also see just kind of there as well.
All right, yeah, we'll put him there then. Because I don't know if he kills me enough as all the other things in that tier.
Yeah, the Venus flytrap is doing very well from jungle rollers. Level 2 in the game, and he's like mid tier.
What are these? These guys are in like the spiked hopping around.
Yeah, not a threat.
No. Then we have the spiky thing. I don't know what it is, but it's on the future levels in Crash Warped. It kind of just pops out.
I'd say it's B. Personally.
Yeah, I don't think it's much. Yeah, because it is just in one spot as well. Then we have the flying saucer lab assistants. I would put this very, very, very far down because at this point in the game, you can slide jump, you can death tornado spin, you can just bazooka them outright. This guy is not a threat.
When I was a kid, I used to just try and like wait for his electric to run out to just speed under him. And so when I was a kid, absolutely infuriating. Now he's just kind of there.
Yeah. And I would, actually, I'll put this in threat level 0. This is the monkey that carries jars. And you spin him and he's still there, but he just doesn't do anything.
Okay, is that a monkey? I thought it was like a goat guy.
I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not really a threat.
Yeah, he's never lived long enough for me to see what he is. So yeah, threat level 0.
Or you've spun him and the jars are like covering his whole body.
Right.
Next up, we've got the goat.
Go left and right, and I think he moves forwards and backwards like a couple of times, but not much. 0.
0, yeah. So this is now, hang on, this is going off screen for me. I'm gonna have to shrink the entire, there we go. Well, I've not got no more room in it, but at least you can see it.
So these guys better not be threat level 0 is what you're saying.
Yeah, and the first one isn't. I wouldn't put this guy at 0. This is the Shield Basher.
Shield Basher. He's not as threatening as the Nave Fortress guy, but I think he is mildly infuriating.
Yeah, definitely. Because it couples it with nitros and things that he'll push you into.
Yeah, he's also quite unique in when he pushes you back, he'll also advance towards you.
Then we've got the green lizard. This, this would have been a lot earlier on, but I forgot about it and only included the red. I don't think it's as worse as the red, but I still get killed a couple times by this one.
Yeah, it's usually because it's on a tiny platform, isn't it? So you could misjudge it. I don't think its hitboxes are as outrageous as the turtle, so I'd say mildly infuriating for that one.
Yeah. And then finally, we have the bats, also from Sunset Vista. I just, again, forgot about these. They're also in the dark levels, like Jaws of Darkness. That's not a dark level, but you know what I mean. They're from those levels too.
I'm curious where you'd put these, because I know where I'm going.
I'd probably put them in B tier. It's like, it's annoying that when you spin one of the bats, they still keep coming, because there's another bat further along, and it just makes me wonder, why is there 2? What's the point? If you can spin one of the main bats and they're still going to keep coming on a cycle, what's the point?
You see, it's not the bats themselves, it's usually what they're coupled with, similar to the door bashing guys. Particularly in Sunset Vista, they're coupled with some really annoying like platforming or fires. I would say mildly infuriating, but I can accept B.
Yeah, I think B, because you can also spin them, right? Your spin won't get all of them, but you know, it'll get a couple of them enough to maybe get safe.
And ironically, these are part of what led to your death in the One Life challenge, was trying to beat the cycle.
Yeah, they definitely have killed me a bunch. But I could say it about probably fucking everything here. That is all of the, well, not all of them. There's probably a few missing. You know, there's probably people wondering where this thing is or that. But I think like these are the main enemies, right? That you'll encounter and the main things that will actually kill you. I think the fact that we're not like, there's nothing instantly coming to mind that I have missed probably means I haven't died to it a whole lot. But I think we did a good job at ranking them, right?
I think so, yeah. I think we agreed on pretty much everything. There was a couple of like things that were like, okay, maybe a bit more on this, but even then it was like one tier apart.
I don't know how well other people will agree with us, but I think, I don't know, for absolutely infuriating, we only put 5 there, right? We didn't want to overuse it. And I think all of them can absolutely be infuriating. Maybe the seagull. Again, some people have never encountered the seagull. I remember having comments when I got killed by it in my relic runs. People saying they've never even seen that before. So there's probably people wondering what that even is, but it happens.
Especially when you, again, like we're encompassing like going for gems, going for crystals, but also relics. And when you're trying to get a PB for a relic run,
yeah,
those guys, they can cost you a run.
But yeah, let me know down below what you agree with and what you don't agree with, because I'm sure there's going to be plenty of that. And that's fine. It is a subjective list. You know, you can struggle with things more than we did and the other way around too. And yeah, thank you, Tooney, for being in this video. It was also Tooney SA's idea, by the way.
Yeah, thank you for having me, dude. Appreciate taking the time out to do this.
So I'll leave Tooney SA's channel down below. Definitely check it out.
Yeah, well, in terms of videos coming from me in the future, because I've got a couple more weeks of only having a single arm, I'm quite limited in what I can do. But by the time this video comes out, hopefully I'll be resuming my own Dev Relic Series 2.
So yeah, it'll be doing Crash 2 developer times, probably be beating all of the times that I've gotten as well. So yeah, definitely check that channel down below. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you all in my next video.
See you, everyone.